Some parents of learners at St. Peter's Primary School in Khalishiwe in the Northern Cape are concerned about conditions at the school. The school is one of thousands around the country that reopened for grade 7 and 12 learners this week. Parents are complaining about dirty environments around the school and insufficient water supply. For more on the story, let's cross live to SABC News reporter Motlalepule Mukhosi, who is there. Motlalepule, what can you tell us at this moment?
We're in number 5, just outside St. Peter's Primary School, where we have received a number of complaints from parents who have learners here who are complaining about the conditions at school. Some of them are saying the school was not ready to accept grade 7s because there is no regular water supply. And also the school itself is not clean to have accepted this grade 7 learners. We are told by the department that there is 104 grade 7 learners who have been admitted here at school. We would have loved to have some of those parents to hear from their mouth as to what is it that they are exactly complaining about. But unfortunately, maybe because of the weather here in Kimberley, they decided not to join us this morning. But we nevertheless have the spokesperson of the education department here in the Northern Cape, Mr. Lihuma Ntuane, who is going to respond to some of these complaints from parents. Good morning, Mr. Lihuma Ntuane, and thank you very much for joining us. We have received a number of complaints from parents who are saying the school was not ready to open for grade 7s on Monday. What is your response to that as the department?
Thank you very much, Lale. Look, as a department, we refute the claims that the school is not ready, purely because leading to the opening of schools on Monday, we embarked on about 2 weeks long of disinfection of schools right around the province, and St. Peter's is one of the schools that were disinfected. And we also made sure that the school prepared itself for the grade 7 learners. We are having 104 learners here. They prepared themselves in terms of your social distancing, making sure that there are additional classes that can be used by those other learners. Currently, there are about 10 classrooms that are being used for the grade 7 learners. However, we have heard of the complaints raised by the parents. We are saying there is enough water supply in the school. The school has been cleaned. The school feeding nutrition program kitchen has been working. Even now, they are preparing for the first meal that will be supplied in around 10 o'clock. And we are saying we have met the basic protocols, or rather rules, that we must meet in terms of readiness for our schools. And another issue is for those parents who are here at the school, who have actually volunteered, to clean the school. We are quite impressed as a department, because this is the level of parental involvement and participation that we have been longing for. They are embarking on making sure that there is an extra hand that is available to the school to make sure that where there are still areas that needs to be cleaned, like the doors and so forth, they are volunteering themselves to do that. There are no toilets that are not up to scratch. All toilets are functioning. In fact, this past weekend, there was maintenance that took place in the ablution facilities of the school. There is water points that have been added into the school so that learners can have additional water points to use.
When you say the school is ready, but you still have other parents cleaning, what are they cleaning when the school is ready, Mr. Ntwen?
Look, ordinarily you would have the floors of classrooms being cleaned and other contact areas that the virus would normally hide itself. We have done disinfecting in that area. But what parents are doing now, they are thoroughly cleaning the doors and the windows and so forth. It's not necessarily to say the classes were not cleaned, because even when you talk to the principal, he says they had a meeting with these parents to say we can attest to the fact that the schools was clean, and the the SMT of the school is happy with what was done. Otherwise, if the school was not ready for for the learners, it would not have been open on Monday.
Okay. We have had some similar outcries on schools around the area of Postmansberg. Esman Primary School is one of the schools that we have received complaints from the parents. What do you say about those concerns from parents? Are you happy that the school is working there? They also complained about irregular water supply in that school. Have you managed to address that problem as the department?
Look, on Monday, as part of the on-site monitoring, particularly in Asmang Primary School in Postmansberg, the MEC for Sports, Arts and Culture and the mayor and the speaker for Tsansabane and our departmental officials, they went to Asmang Primary School to assess the condition of the school. It is true that there's been challenges of low water pressure at the school, and the mayor has since committed to avail additional tanks to the school so that the low water pressure is not anymore a problem to the school.
And lastly, Mr. Ndwen, can you tell us about the 19 schools that the department was not able to open at Pixley Kaseme region? When can we expect to see those schools reopened?
Look, it's still early to can say when are we going to open those schools. Remember, that is the competency of the Department of Health to determine in terms of the outbreak of the COVID-19 in that particular area, to give us an advice to say when are they advising us, to can open the schools. Remember, we are dealing with a situation which involves interdepartmental partnership. So we are still awaiting their report in terms of their investigation in that area and how they are containing the virus.
Thank you very much. That was the spokesperson for the Northern Cape Education Department, Mr. Luhuma Ntuani, responding to some of the concerns that have been raised by the parents and also giving us an update with regard to the 19 schools that the department was not able to reopen on Monday when all the schools across the country were opening. With that, it's back to you in the studio.
That was a SABC News reporter, Motlalepule Mohosi.